This video is sponsored by Skillshare.
Hey guys, it's Alyssa from AlyssaNalani.com. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you saw from the title, I will be walking you through my planner lineup for 2021. All right, so I have 5 planners this year, or for next year, and I was actually thinking that I was going to be a single planner or one planner girl in 2021, but that is obviously not what happened. I have 5, and I'm actually quite pleased with how this turned out and sort of how I'm positioning myself to plan in the new year. And so I'm going to walk you through each one of these and kind of explain how I plan to use them. This is actually a shorter stack, I think, than what I've had in the past. But for those of you who use multiple planners, you know that none of this is cemented. Like, this could change at any given moment in the new year, but this is kind of where I'm starting off from for 2021. And you know, I just have to say this because it's kind of been on my mind as I've been putting this together. Last year, I got comments about the fact that I was using too many planners. And I know that a lot of planner girls, based on what they say, I don't read all comments on all videos, but based on what I hear constantly from planner girls is that people are telling them that you're using too many planners. And I normally don't call people out in my videos, but I do just want to say this. Look, if you are watching a planner video and you have the opinion that somebody is using too many planners, first of all, that's your opinion and you have a right to it. However, do understand that most of the time when a girl is using multiple planners, it's not just because she wants to track stuff, it's because she legitimately finds pleasure and takes, or finds joy and takes pleasure in just the planning and the paper process experience. There is nothing wrong with having multiple planners if that's what she likes. So hold your comments to yourself because they are unproductive and they're rather rude. And you don't have to waste the time to tell a planner girl that she's using too many because it really falls on deaf ears. And so yeah, that's my little spiel because it's been bothering me for a while. And I'll get off my soapbox and we'll continue. I do want to apologize from the front end. If you hear power tools, that's my husband in the garage. He is home on a little bit of a break for the holidays, and he's working out in the garage. And this is the only time he's got. This is the only time I have to record. So I hope to edit some of this in post, but I hope it's not too distracting because it is what it is. All right, so let's go ahead and start. We're going to start off from the bottom and work our way up a little bit. We're going to start with Powersheets. Now, I'm not going to explain all of this in detail because it would take too long, and I do have a full flip through in another video. It's linked down in the description box, and you can see me flip through the entire 2021 Powersheets. But just for a little bit of kind of a brief overview of how this works, there is prep work at the beginning of the Powersheets on these pages here. I'm just kind of give you a flip. So there's all prep work that you use to determine what your goals are going to be for the year. Once you write your goals list, which is up to 8 goals, it doesn't have to be 8, it can be fewer than that, but up to 8 goals, then you go and you write down action plans for each of those goals. And then from there, each month, you work your action plans into how you approach your months, your weeks, and your days. So you do have a month on 2-page spread every single month. And then the heart of Powersheets really lies in the tending list. So this is what you're going to kind of refer to every single day, or at least a few times a week throughout the month. So you have a space to write monthly action plans or action items. So these are projects and things that you want to go through that month. You've got weekly action items, so things that you want to get done every week, like, I don't know, oh gosh, my mind is drawing a blank. What would you want to do on a weekly basis? Exercise 3 times a week or something like that, or post 1 video a week or something like that. And then you have daily action items, and then you have your days numbered 1 through 31 or however many days are in that month. And so you can write down things that you want to do on a daily basis, like drink 8 glasses of water or take a walk every morning or something like that. And so you are taking your action plans, or you're taking your goals rather, you are making action plans for each one of those goals. Like, what do you want to work on this year? And actually, this is for the quarter. So you're writing an action plan for the quarter, and then at the end of every quarter, you'll refresh those goals and then kind of map out how you want to tackle the next quarter. And then each month you are tending to those goals. You're tending to those action plans that you have set. So that is Powersheets in a nutshell. It is a super helpful tool to use with whatever planning system that you're using. So if you're a happy planner, or you like Erin Condren, or you got Traveler's Notebook, or a bullet journal, or a stylogy, whatever it is, you can use Powersheets as sort of your buddy system for your planner system. So anyway, I do have a whole flip through if you'd like to check it out. It's linked in the description. And also, at the time of this recording, I believe they only have 2 covers left. It might be just 1, but the last I checked, there were 2 covers left out of their original 4 that they launched with. So we're getting close to the wire with the stock that they have, and once they're sold out, they are sold out. You can't, there's no like restocking of yearly Powersheets. They do have an undated 6-month version, so that is also available, but if you want the 12-month version, you need to act sooner rather than later. And there's a link to the shop in the description for you to check out. All right, so that's Powersheets, and that's sort of like the foundation that undergirds the rest of how I approach my planning. Okay, so the next, let's do this one last. So the next 3 I would consider my meat and potatoes, if you will. So this is kind of what I'm going to be working in every day, or most days. These 2 I would consider my everyday carries, and then this one will stay at home. So let's start with this one. This is a classic happy planner, as you can see, and she is quite chunky. This is why she stays at home, because there is not going to be a whole lot of reason for this to leave, and it would be way too cumbersome to take this around everywhere. So I do have this on expander discs because I wanted to fit a whole ton in here, and let us walk through it really quickly. So I have some blank happy note sheets in the front because I'm often looking for blank paper just to jot things down on, and that's just really convenient to have it in the front. I have this pocket folder here, and then I have this envelope here that I got. These are both Happy Planner accessories. The folder is just for receipts and things for the household that often just kind of get strewn around my office or get lost in the shuffle somewhere else in the house. And so they can go in here until I decide where they need to go permanently. So they're not just flying around everywhere. I've got these little page flag dashboard. I don't know what you call these. They're not dashboards, but they're just little page flag sets that I've gotten. And then I have these card pocket inserts, and I've had these for quite some time. They've been in my Happy Planner setups for a while now. Now, this particular Happy Planner was an academic release. So this runs from July of 2020 to December of 2021. So I'm going to be finishing out in 2021. Let's go to January. Let's see, do I have anything here? Oh, yes. So you do have your, I don't know what you call these, year at a glance forward planning inserts. So every month has a column, and then you can write down appointments or reoccurring, or what do you call those? Perpetual calendar dates, like birthdays, anniversaries, those kinds of things. I haven't filled it out yet, as you can see, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to use it. All right, so here's January. I did decorate it. I really want to be better about using my stickers. I tend to be a hoarder for no good reason. So I've been just like forcing myself, just put the sticker on the page. Like, don't save, what are you saving it for? Just put the sticker on the page. So I've just kind of been having some fun with that. And that's my month on 2-page spread. And what I'm going to be using this section of my planner for, this first section here, is for all things work related. And what I've decided, or discovered I should say, is that I really need to be better about my home management habits and being better about staying on top of just managing my home on a regular basis. Chores, just all errands, all of the things. And what I realized I wasn't doing is being intentional about home management the way I'm trying to be intentional about my work. So I decided to put all of the YouTube blog, all that kind of stuff together with my home stuff so that I can look at it all and say, okay, I need to do this video, or I need to write that blog post, but I also need to juggle that with making sure that I'm doing all my laundry on the days that I want to do it, or getting the floor mopped, or dusting the coffee table, or whatever it is that I need to do. So I need to have all of this in one space so I can look at it all in one go and know exactly what I'm trying to accomplish in a week. So this is the dashboard layout, and this is what it looks like just on its own. I have relabeled each of these sections. This is for the channel, this is for my blog, Patreon, and the Facebook groups that I have. And then this bottom section is for anything at home. And then I'm gonna keep track of lunches and dinners here in this section. And then the dates, or the days rather, is where I'm gonna write down specific assignments that I need to get done. Now, in each week, I have the social media tracker pages. These are, this is an extra pack you can get. And here's where I'm gonna keep track of what I'm posting on social media. So my personal Instagram, the Club 119 Instagram, which I haven't been posting on, I really need to get better about that. My Club 119 Facebook group and the Live Well Stay Focused Facebook groups. These I really need to be better about. I'm awful at posting things in Facebook groups because I'm not a huge Facebook group user myself, but I do realize the value of creating that community for my community. And so I really need to be better about keeping track of that. Because I don't really generally post on the weekends, I've whited out the Saturday and Sunday blocks and just kind of labeled that to keep track of ideas that I might have. And so this page, I have two in here now because we're finishing out this week and then going into next week. But this page will just get popped into every week. So I can look at all of my tasks for all of work stuff, all of how my days are sort of shaping up. And then I can have my social media posting and tracking in the middle of all of that. One of the things that is a little bit tough with the Happy Planner is that all the pages are back to back. So I don't have any room to just slip things in on the side, if that makes sense. So in other words, I would prefer if I could put this after this week. So I could have the whole week and then have something blank, so I could just pop this in and then have that and then go to the next week. But the next week is starts on the back page, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna run with it and do my best. But here's everything that I want to have in a week. And then the next week, there's nothing filled out, but that's the dashboard. And then I've got the social media in the middle. Okay, so that is what my month is shaping up to look like. And then I'll set up February as I need it and then go from there. So I have January to June in here. And then on another set of discs, just some old discs that I have the rest of the planner just waiting to be used. And then the next section is the budget planner. I went ahead and bought the 6-month undated budget planner. And so I have that popped in here. Here's another receipt. Oh, actually, pause. I got that wrong. That first envelope is for all things work related. This second envelope is for all home receipts or anything that I, that's the stuff that kind of gets tossed around the house and doesn't have a space. So work related receipts and things go in that first envelope, and then home related ones go here. Because while home, I do consider oh man, I knew I was gonna get tongue-tied on this one. While I do consider my home management to be work related or to be my work, the finances are different. So that's why it has to be separate. So it does come with stickers and month labels and all of that, which obviously I haven't used yet. There's the savings goal tracker that I want to use. I told my husband we're pretty good with money. He's a saver, I'm a spender, and we're pretty good with how we spend our money, but we do need to tighten up our habits just a little bit. And so I told him I have this section on my planner to help us to keep track of finances and our spending and savings goals and whatnot. And he was quite pleased with that. So this will be interesting. In the budget planner, you have a bill pay checklist. We don't have a whole ton of bills because we don't have a whole ton of debt. So actually the only debt we really have is my school loan and then just a credit card payment every once in a while. And then we have this expense tracker to write down And this is where, oh gosh, this is where the rubber meets the road, seriously, because writing down all of your expenditures really is like a kick in the pants to tell you, look, you need to either calm down or, divert your money elsewhere or save it or whatever. So this is going to be a whole discipline in and of itself. And then there's a budget review at the end of every month, and then a month at a glance for the following month. So we'll be using these heavily. Got 6 months of that. And then after my budget planner, I have my fitness planner. Now, I purchased the undated fitness planner last year, I think in 2019, and didn't really use it much. So I decided, let me just go ahead and pop it in here and make use of it. So you have a month on 2-page, and then you have a week on 2-page. And you can keep track of your meals, your exercise, and your water intake, and then any weekly goals. And so I really need to be better about this. And it's not so much like I don't need to lose weight. I'm already kind of losing weight on my own, just the way my health is. And so I really need to keep track of my calorie intake, making sure, sometimes it's making sure that I'm consuming enough calories, making sure that I'm consuming the right kind of calories, making sure I'm getting nutrients in my diet. Sometimes I have sometimes I have pretty bad eating habits, and so I need to really be intentional about what I'm putting in my body. So I can be healthier. And then moving my body is a huge thing. I do not move my body anywhere near enough. So this is going to be really, really pertinent for me to keep track of. I might do my meal planning in here. I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes. So I have 6 months of the of the fitness tracker, and then I just have some notes pages here in the back. And that is my setup for, I don't really have a name for this one. It's my work finance fitness planner. And I wouldn't necessarily have grouped those things together, except these are the Happy Planner setups or planner sheets that I had. So they all ended up in one. So I don't have multiple Happy Planners. So that is kind of an everyday planner that I will be having just here at my desk or out in the kitchen or whatever, will be used on a pretty regular basis. Okay, next we have what I call my everyday carries. I have a full focus planner, which I've done an unboxing of. That is linked below if you want to check that out. And then I have a B6 stylogy. Let's talk about the stylogy. No, let's talk about the full focus. Okay. Excuse me. I'm trying to figure out a way that makes the most sense, the order. Okay, so full focus planner. I have a place to write my annual goals, and I just wrote down the goals that I have laid out in my Powersheets. So I'm just carrying all of that information over. I'm going through the goal details plan sheets. It's similar to the action plans, just kind of a few differences, but really, really helpful way to track how I'm getting things done and how I'm pursuing my goals. There are 3 months in the full focus. It's a quarterly planner, so you have to have 4 to complete a year. And you have 3 month on 2-page spreads. Woo, got it. 3 month on 2-page spreads. So I've got January, February, and March all dated. January is decorated and ready to go. You have what are called rolling quarters, and so you can write down any future planning. Because you only have 3 months at a time, you do kind of have to have something to help you plan ahead. So this is something that gives you all 12 months in 2 spreads. So all 12 months. And then you have a space to write down daily rituals. This is one of the reasons why I really wanted the full focus, because rituals and routines are the things that I struggled the most with. So as you can see, I haven't fully finished filling this out. I have my morning ritual kind of laid out, and then I have to work on my workday startup ritual, my workday shutdown ritual, and my evening ritual. As you can see, I did decorate it because that's the fun part. And then you have the ideal week, and this is where you just sketch out how an ideal week would look, like how, where would I block certain times and put certain activities and so forth. So I haven't inked anything because I'm still working on it. because this is kind of hard for me to quantify and qualify. I'm not quite sure what I want it to look like yet. Okay, so then you have, this is how the weeks go. You have a weekly preview that you start that you do at the beginning of the week or the end of the week. And then you have a week on one page. You have a space to write your weekly big three. So the 3 big things that you need to get done. This is a section to address your self-care. So how are you going to sleep, eat, move, connect, and relax in the next week? And then you start off with Monday. It's a day on 2 page, which was really, really important to me. I found that I need more space than just a day on 1 page. This note section is extremely important to me because I'm constantly jotting things down. So it's nice to just have it right there, and I don't have to worry about necessarily having extra paper to write things down. I obviously have extra paper in my system, but just having this 1 page to get initial notes for the day down is super helpful. You also have this timed agenda here, which is important, task list, and then your daily big 3. So I love the way it's set up. It's been working for me this quarter that we're finishing, and it was a good choice. So anyway, so that's your week, and then you go back to another weekly preview and you start it all over again. And then in the back, you have notes pages, you have sketching pages, it's just a light grid, and then you have an index. So you can write down topics and then page numbers. So if you're looking for something specific that you wrote down, you can utilize the page numbers throughout the book and just index any information that you want to have at the ready. And then it also has 2 bookmarks, which is really cool. So this is my daily planner, how I'm going to keep track of how my days are going. Okay, so it gives me enough to get through my day and to write all of my tasks and projects for the day. And I was thinking I was just going to stay with this and that be it, but I realized I needed just a little bit more for my days. So I went and got my stylogy. So I had purchased a B6 stylogy earlier this year and didn't use it. And so I thought, let me zoom in a little bit here. Let's zoom in. I know this is really shadowy and not the best, but this is the lighting we're working with. So I had purchased a stylogy earlier this year, didn't use it, and decided that let me go ahead and use it for 2021. I did have to kind of figure out how I wanted to use it, because it was more about like, so I have this stylogy, I really want to use it, let's figure out a way to make it functional, rather than having a purpose and then assigning the stylogy to the purpose. So anyway, I have the stylogy. I've got this cover from, oh my Lanta, you guys, Lauren Phelps Designs. I think that's the name of her shop. I'll link her down below. Really, really great cover that I love having on here. I put some scrapbooking paper on the inside cover. Let me see. So it is originally this gray, and I put this real fun pattern here. I tipped in some dotted vellum and this gold foiled acetate. I've got this little sticker here. So that just kind of makes the cover fun. I like having fun, bright colors. And then I just, on the next cover or the next page, I just went a little bit crazy with the stickers. I just laid stickers down. Like I said before, I tend to hoard. And so it was actually a mental exercise to just look at some sticker sheets and go, okay, I'm gonna put this one down and I'm gonna put this one down and just make a collage, because I tend to overthink my setups and how I lay stickers. And I was just like, you know what, just lay the stickers down, Alyssa, just lay the stickers down. So then I've got this little title page with another sticker. Steadfast is my word of the year. I've got my verse of the year, and then I've got my 2021 goals, which again, I pulled from my Powersheets and want to just have for reference. This is where I will write down my first quarter mini goals. So this is information that I'm going to be pulling from my Powersheets. So I don't have that set up yet, obviously. And then first quarter special dates. So birthdays, anniversaries, that kind of thing will go on this spread here. And then I just have a few lists here at the beginning. So books to add to my TBR during the first quarter, recipes to try during the first quarter, movies to watch, a wish list, and then I've got January. And again, I didn't think through and think too hard on the stickers. I wrote January, and then I just started laying stickers down, and then I started doodling these little arrows. And normally this would drive me nuts because my perfectionist mind doesn't like this. But once it was all done, I was like, this is just fun and playful, and I need to do more of this. So, all right, next I will have a month at a glance spread, and then I've got a few more lists, and these are for January. So things to buy, books to read, classes I want to take. Actually, this is the perfect time. Let's talk about classes. One of my goals in 2021 is to be a student. I actually have it here in that list that I showed you, so be a student. That was one of my goals for the year. And one of the ways, that means a few different things, but one of the ways that I want to chase that and accomplish that is to be better about taking more online classes. There are so many things you can learn on the internet nowadays, and I just think that we should take advantage of that, which is one of the reasons why I am so excited to talk about Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. It is the perfect place to explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. And they have a plethora of topics that you can choose from, including illustration, graphic design, creative writing, marketing, productivity, entrepreneurship, and web development, just to name a few. And if you're a lifelong learner like I am, having so many different classes to choose from will make you feel like a kid in a candy store. Now, all of this is curated specifically for learning, which means that there are no ads and they're always launching new premium classes, so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity leads you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. And you guys, seriously, if you have a goal next year to learn more, then I highly, highly suggest and recommend that you try Skillshare. It's a really, really great platform and you won't regret giving it a try. Many thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. And you guys, if you have a goal similar to mine where you want to learn more in the new year, then I highly, highly recommend that you try out Skillshare. You won't regret it. There's a link in the description box if you want to check them out. So there are several courses that I need to put in this list. I won't even finish it all in January, so this is just going to continue on throughout the year, but I do need to get some of those written down here. And then next, on the next list, I have things to practice. So this is kind of in tandem to the courses that I want to take, but this is just kind of practicing skills that I want to be better at. That includes piano, that includes drawing. I used to draw a lot when I was younger, but now I've just fallen off as an adult, and I want to kind of hone that talent a little bit more. I have a little bit of skill, but I want to really practice drawing and art and things like that. So courses, and then practicing skills, and then video ideas and newsletter ideas. I need to resurrect my fledgling email plans from this year and last year, and really be better about being intentional about my newsletter. And then that's it. That is what I have for January. And then I'll just start like any daily pages. So this is going to be a daily book. It's not going to have like my routines and my schedules and things like that, but just information that I need to have when I'm, here at home and working, or when I'm out and about. So stuff that won't fit in my full focus necessarily, I can keep lists and just general information that I need to have on hand. So that's what my stylogy is going to be for. And again, if I have more setups to show you in the future, I will do so. And then in the front, because this is 3 months, because I'm only carrying 6 months at a time, I don't have a full calendar anywhere with boxes to write things in. I went ahead and purchased an Annie Plans Printables 12-month 2021 calendar and cut and put it in the front of my stylogy. So I have an entire year on hand at any given time. So that'll be for future planning, forward planning, I guess, and so on and so forth. So that is my stylogy. These two are my everyday carries and will go with me pretty much anywhere I can fit both of them. All right, so last but not least, we have my, this needs to go in my stylogy. Excuse me a minute while I do that before I lose it. Okay. And this cover, for anyone who might be interested, this cover is a Walmart Traveler's Notebook cover. Last year, or this year, last year, I can't remember, a while ago, they were doing these really inexpensive traveler's notebooks, and they're inexpensive material, but they've held up quite well. I have this black one, and then I have a gray one that I used last year. They're not, there's nothing like super wonderful about them. Again, cheap material, but they do the job, and this is what I've been holding my stylogy in, so I like that. All right, last but not least, we have my Reading Life Planner. Now, this is a planner that I put together myself. It's available in my shop if you're interested. And y'all, just full disclosure, I have not been good about using this in 2020 because my reading life has been like 99.9% all audio, and I haven't been tracking much information except for what I've been reading. So I in Goodreads, I mark when I finished a book so I can keep up with my reading list, but that is it. I haven't been tracking more than that. So I have not been using my Reading Life Planner, which is a shame because I really like this thing. So really quick, I'll do a flip through later. I have to go back and reprint some of these inserts, but you have inserts that will help you set plans for your reading for the year, any reading challenges that you want to participate in, book lists, so fiction, TBR, nonfiction, TBR, series that you want to read, wish lists, reading lists, favorite books, books that you've shelved but maybe you want to pick up again later, seasonal reads, winter, spring, summer, and fall, books that you won't finish. And then you've got some monthlies. So every month you have sort of an at a glance, what you want to read for the month, recommendations, books to buy, books to add to your TBR, notes, any reading challenges you want to participate in that month. You've got a month on 2-page spread. And then you have, so those are the months. And then you have, let's see, weekly notes that you might want to keep. You can print as many of those as you want, daily reading log, and then you have book review sheets that help you write down just a bunch of different information about the different books you're reading. I've got several of those. And then you've got journal pages, which I keep all in the back. So this is available, like I said, in my shop. Oh, you have this book log. So if you don't want to fill out all of this information for a book, then you have sort of a shorter version, just the title, author, the dates you read it, and then any short notes that you want to keep. And that's it. And then notes, thoughts, and quotes from what you're reading, and then some loaner sheets, library loans, books you're lending out, and then this is just some scratch paper. I have all of this kept in a Martha Stewart disc-bound notebook system. I have like 3 or 4 of these. I love these so much. They're really great quality. I like the discs. It comes in this half sheet size and then a full sheet, 8.5 by 11 size. And this is just what I keep my Reading Life Planner in. So once I have this fully set up and I've got some stuff written down in it, I'll share it further. But I really want to be more intentional about my reading life in 2021. I went for quantity rather than quality this year. And I have almost met my reading goal. I think I'm at like 52 or 53 out of 60 books this year. So I did well in that area, but the quality of my reading has just not been that great. So I'm going to be using this to really be intentional about more quality. I knew I was going to get that mixed up. Quality reading rather than just quantity. So that is it, you guys. I have my 2 everyday carries. I've got my sort of everyday stay-at-home book. Just here, let's stack these back up. I've got my Reading Life Planner, and then I've got my Powersheets. And these are the planners that I will be using in 2021. And again, y'all know, this could change. If I make any changes, I'll let you know, but this is how we are walking into the new year. If you have any questions whatsoever, you know where to leave them. You can find all the links to all the things in the description box. Pretty much anything except I probably won't have much Happy Planner stuff because that's really in-store kind of stuff, and every store just kind of varies as to what they carry. But Powersheets link will be in the description box for the shop. My Reading Life Planner is available on my blog, and I'll have a link for that. Full Focus, I'll have a link for that. And then you can get stylogies online on Amazon. I'll have a link for that as well. So anyway, Like I said, questions, comments, you know where to leave them. I will be seeing you all probably next year. It is New Year in a couple of days, and I think I'm just gonna not stress out about making any more videos. We'll continue again in January. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day and a great new year, and I will see you all next year. This video actually will be posted probably on New Year's Eve. We'll see. But anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.